In this video, we're going to break down how to choose a currency pair. Since there are so many currency pairs out there, and a lot of people don't really understand how to make that choice, I'll go even further and say that picking the right currency pair is actually more than 50% of the success of a trade. So let's figure out how to choose a currency pair and, accordingly, how to make money from all of this. Let's get into the video. The very first condition is that the currency pair should make sense to you. In other words, it doesn't need to have some special kind of movement. You just need to understand it. So if you open a currency pair and immediately have no idea where the price is going, or the chart just looks chaotic, you should skip those pairs. For example, if you open a currency pair and the candles are behaving like this, you should just skip it. If you open a currency pair and there's a clear, understandable movement, good volatility, good movement, let's try to find such a pair. Maybe euro to US dollar? No, euro to US dollar is behaving terribly right now, so we'll skip that pair too. But for example, euro to Japanese yen is acting pretty clearly. Here, you can immediately see that there's an upward trend, there's structure. The price makes a main move, then a correction, another main move, another correction, and so on, moving upward. So, for example, I understand this currency pair. For you, it might look like sideways movement, like the currency is just standing still, accumulating. But here, you can recognize the pattern. There's a lower boundary and an upper boundary. Again, you have to realize that some people look at the chart very closely, while others look from far away and don't see anything at all. So, pick a currency pair, open it up, and look at the very latest movement right away. If you see that there's a clear upward movement here, you can trade this pair. If, for example, you see that the price is just standing still, and you have no idea how to trade it, not with indicators, not with any additional tools, just skip it. So, first and foremost, choose a currency pair that you understand. I recommend beginners use a downward or upward trend. If you open a currency pair and can draw a line like this across the screen, that's it. That's the pair you can work with. If you open a currency pair and you can't do that, for example, on one hand the price seems to be falling, but on the other hand, it starts to move upward. If there's that kind of confusion, just skip that currency pair. Let's move on to practice and take a look at how to actually open trades on the right currency pairs. But before that, I want to remind you that our team offers the opportunity for copy trading. What does that mean? It means you can link your account to ours and, accordingly, earn money from it. Right now, you can see the results of people who have linked their accounts to ours and are happy with the outcome. So you don't even need to trade yourself. You just connect to our account and copy the trades of our traders. We have 3 people who are truly responsible for this area and, as a result, are showing very solid results. So if you want to easily copy our trades and make money from it, then send us the code phrase, "I want to do copy trading." I'll leave a link to our direct messages in the description. So message us and join us. The link is in the description. And now let's move on to currency pairs. Look, here I'm opening the pound sterling to Canadian dollar currency pair. I understand this currency pair, meaning I opened it right away, and I can see that the price is moving upward. So here I'm using the super trend indicator. I see that the price has crossed this boundary, right here for buying. So from this point, you could open a buy trade. First of all, I looked at the overall movement, what's happening, and I realized that I understand it, that the price is moving upward. Then, using more technical tools, I see that there's a correction, that the price is coming to this point. So from here we could open a buy trade. The most important thing, of course, is practice. The more you practice, the better you'll get. The more you observe, the more you'll be able to spot currency pairs that will immediately give you an idea of whether you can make money on that pair or not. So, the most important thing really is to practice. After that, it's just a matter of time before you can start making trades like this yourself. In fact, if you have a strategy that gives you about a 60% win rate, you might just be picking the wrong currencies. If you choose easy, straightforward currency pairs, that same strategy could give you up to 80% profitable trades. Now, let's look at another life hack that many people don't know about. How to pick the easiest currency and make money on it. Look, the next life hack we have deals with payouts. If you click on the currency pair, right here on the payout icon, the lowest payouts will actually indicate which ones are the easiest to analyze. So, for example, let's say we're beginners. We've got $500, and I see that the currency pair is going up, so I can immediately open a buy trade. Basically, there's actually a pattern. the more we have, the higher the payout, the harder it will be. That's why on many exotic currency pairs, the payout is constantly at 92%, because there's high volatility, and sometimes it's hard to do straightforward technical analysis. On currency pairs with very low payouts, it's easy to analyze them, so the broker intentionally lowers the payout. So look, all the currency pairs with clear movement have very low payouts. If we open a difficult currency pair, we might see some really strange price action there. For example, there could be a very sharp impulse with no structure at all, and then the price might suddenly go in the opposite direction. So, it's much harder to analyze here. That's why I recommend, again, if you're a beginner, sort by payout and use the ones with the lowest payouts. Yes, on the one hand, it doesn't bring in a huge profit. So look, I made $215 from $500, but just pay attention to how easy it was to open this trade. So if you see small payouts, you can actually work very efficiently on real accounts. If you want not only to learn but also to make money from this, and do it quickly, you can see the whole process on our channel. We show you the currency pair, give you the direction, and you can earn from it by copying our signals and making money at the same time as you learn. So, if you want to not only learn but also start earning right away, write to us and let us know you want to join our web channel to copy our trades. If you want copy trading, just say so. We offer two options. Either you earn passively and your trades open automatically, or you copy our trades manually. Basically, our sessions are available to everyone. I'll leave all the links in the description, so join if you really want to make money. Now, let's try to pick a currency pair with maybe an average payout. Look, we have US dollar to Swiss franc, which is pretty tough. Analysis here will be challenging. Let's see, maybe with a 70% payout. Here, the price is just going up, so we don't have any entry points. It's pretty hard to analyze. But we can draw a level here and see that the price will probably reach it. Even here, we have a level and the price comes to it, so from here we can open a sell trade. Again, if I'm wrong now, I'll lose $500. If my analysis is correct, I'll make $340. There's another level higher up, and the price might bounce off it. So, here we have a level above. So let's wait and see how this trade closes. You can already see this is a riskier analysis, because beginners would probably open a buy trade, or you'd need to wait for another entry point. There wasn't really an entry point here. Still, I have a feeling the price will get stuck in this range, and now I'll just lose $500. Let's set aside $1,000 just in case we need to cover this loss. Yeah, as you can see, the first level didn't work out for us. We got a bounce from the second one, but the price still. No, it doesn't look like it broke through. It just got stuck between the two levels. As you can see, my analysis was almost correct, but it didn't help me, and I just lost $500. Let's take a look in order to do a quality analysis. We already need to use several tools. These can be completely different strategies, but what do we see here? How did I actually do the analysis? First, we have the super trend indicator, which was showing a sell signal. But then, I noticed that we reached this level, plus our RSI was in the oversold zone. So from here, we could open a 1-minute trade. And look, with this kind of analysis, when we have a pretty high payout, several factors come into play. So this is an entry point. It has to be the right one, and we need to wait for it. We also add time analysis, meaning we have to think about how the price will behave in a minute or in 3 minutes. Will there be a bounce or not? Song in English, as you can see, break time equals 0.5s / the price is making a significant recovery and bouncing back. Yeah, it's not exactly a pretty move, but it's still effective. So here you need to apply a lot of different factors. By the way, I covered my loss and even ended up in profit, and in total, I think I made about $3,000 in this video. So really, it all depends on you. If you want to do heavy analysis, choose currency pairs with big swings. If you find a currency pair with a high payout and a movement that makes sense to you, like here with the Euro-Canadian dollar, then the only question left is your entry point, which is a big advantage. Base your decisions on how clear the movement is. If you understand this currency pair, use it and ignore the payouts. If nothing makes sense, start by looking at the payouts. See what the low payouts show, what movements are happening, and how you can work with them now. From here, you could open a sell trade as the price is ahead. We've reached a level of overbuying, plus there are downward movements, so overall, The analysis is actually pretty straightforward. I'm leaving useful links in the description and pinned comment. If you want to copy our trades, just write that you want to join our web channel. To connect your account to copy trading, just say you want to join copy trading. All links are in the description. I'll say goodbye for now, and see you in the next video. Later.